A very good evening to everybody. 10 o'clock, and we are here with live class of IELTS with a lot of tips on speaking. This is a speaking workshop going on, and we will just be working on speaking till today. And from Monday onwards, we are going to start with the reading workshop. So today, our part that we're going to have is speaking part 3. It's called as discussion, which is quite important. I will not say it's as important as the cue card, but it's quite important. It's quite important. So I would give it a star rating, because if you do not know how to discuss, your band score will fall very badly. So make it very sure that you do this part very properly. If you want to participate in this round, I request you to go to the description and click on the link. You will be right inside my Zoom room, and we can help you out with your speaking problems. Let us talk about our social media following. In case you haven't followed us on social media, I request you to follow our YouTube channel. That is the one you are seeing me right now at. Every day at 10 p.m., Monday to Friday, we have classes here on this channel. This is a very nice blog. You must see it. And this is our Instagram. This is for the latest news, what is happening in Webberz. You can see exactly what's going on. So let us talk about discussion tips. You know, it is extremely important to know what exactly is checked in discussion. Now, if I talk about the discussion, there are 4 parameters which I checked, again, which is called fluency and coherence, pronunciation, lexical resource, and grammatical range and accuracy. These are the 4 things which I checked. They are very fancy words right now. So let me just make them simpler for you. So if I talk about fluency and coherence, I will cut this out and I will write simple one thing called as flow of the language plus the links. Whatever you speak should be linked together, plus the links. This is the first thing that is checked. Pronunciation, you know, lexical resource, I'm going to cut it off from here, and I'm going to replace it with vocabulary. Vocabulary means the way you put up your words, vocabulary. And the next thing is grammatical range and accuracy. I'm just going to cut it off from here and simply write one thing. For your understanding, I'm just writing it down. It's called as grammar. Simple grammar. So these are the 3 things which are checked along with pronunciation. So 4 things are checked here with pronunciation. So this is called as the checking of discussion. This is what is checked. So now let me clear this. Make it sure that your answers are 3 to 4 sentences long. If your answers are not long enough, the examiner will not be able to judge you. Make it sure that whatever you speak quality speaking. Just don't keep on doing speaking without any quality, because if it's without quality, the marks will not be there. So I am going to check your quality of speech today. Whatever you are going to talk about in my Zoom session, I'm going to check that on all these 4 parameters. Again, I'm repeating: flow of the language and link to the question, pronunciation, grammar, and vocabulary. These are the 4 things that I'm going to check. So I'll give you some other tips also. Elaboration is very, very important. If you cannot elaborate, your discussion will not be good. Speaking should be natural. Pauses are a must, but at the right place. Create ups and downs in your speech, which is very important. Your tone should not be monotonous. They should be up and down in your speech. Match your body language with it. In case you're moving your hands, it's fine, it's okay. Smile improves self-confidence, so keep smiling during the speaking, which is very important again. Now visit the blog. I'm going to take you to the blog. Now, to go to the blog, you have to visit our website, webberz.in, and you click here and you go to the blog here. And in the blog, you see speaking. And in the speaking, you will see predicted IELTS speaking part 3 discussions November to December 2022. You click on this and you will find a lot of discussion questions here. I have put up so many questions that even if you practice these, you'll be great. You'll be absolutely in a good condition. So go to the blog and check out everything. Very important. Now, the next thing is I'm going to start talking about a cue card, and I'm going to invite somebody who can come and answer the questions of the discussion round. So this is going to be pretty quick. Make it very sure that your voice is audible because you're going to be on the network of YouTube and everybody is going to look at you. Okay. So I'm just going to put up my timers and all. So let me give you a timer. And anybody who's wishing to come here is very much welcome to come over. All you have to do is click on the link in the description and you will be inside the classroom. So all the people who are there right now, so there are a lot of people. Sakshi is there. Sakshi.
Within a few months after signing up,
Rajni Bhagat, Manisha Devi, Guramrit Kaur, Deep Kaur, Inderjeet Singh, Harleen Kaur, and Tapaskar. Wishing you a very good evening. And in case anybody of you wishes to come inside the Zoom session, click on the description and you will be inside the Zoom room. So we can do proper speaking here and you can get your level checked also. And the people who are with me right now, so I have Deep wishing you good evening. Jeetu Arora, Rajni Bhagat, Varinder Singh, and Tapaskar has come inside, okay? And we have next person is Bharti. Bharti is also coming. Wishing you all very good evening, and we are going to start with our work. So let us start with our work without doing much of ado. Let us start with our work. Okay. So in this thing, I am going to give you a topic. First of all, let us discuss about the topic. The topic is a time when someone apologized to you. So this was the cue card. This was the cue card. And now the questions are going to be under this. So I am going to explain you what to talk, how to give the answers. First, you will give the answers. Then I'll tell you what is right, what is wrong. So see, these kind of questions are going to be asked from you. What kind of people are most likely to say sorry? So now you have to give an answer which is 3 to 4 sentences long. Okay. So now I have a feeling like, if I have to answer this question, I can start like this. I have a feeling that people who apologize are the ones who've got a very clear conscience. Because without a clear conscience, it is very difficult to lower down your ego and tell somebody that you are sorry about the thing that has hurt that person. There are very few people who actually mean sorry. Saying sorry and meaning sorry can be two different things. But I believe the people who say sorry and they mean it are very few. So this is done. Okay, I've answered in about 4 sentences. So I've elaborated my answer and given you the answer. The next, in what situations do you think people need to apologize? Well, there are a couple of situations in which I feel it is a must to apologize. And the first and the foremost condition is whenever a person is hurting another person, maybe intentionally or unintentionally, that is the point when the other person has to apologize, which is very important. The one who has hurt the other person has to apologize. Again, it is very difficult for the person who is hurting the other person at that time to know if he's hurting or not, because there might be some people who might be very sensitive to getting hurt. In that case, the person who's a little stronger person might not be apologizing in that condition. But later on, if he realizes that he's done something wrong, he should definitely apologize. But I believe saying sorry to someone doesn't lower you. Actually, it elevates your position. It means that you have done something good to rectify the problem that you created. So I've given this answer. This is a little longer answer. It was about in 6 sentences, but you can cut it down and you can make it to 4 sentences. So let me give you one more question. What do you think of those people who don't apologize very often? Well, it is not only by saying sorry that the people can apologize. They can do other gestures as well. For example, they can get you some gift, or they can get something or the other kind of a favor to the person whom that person has hurt. That is also kind of an apology. But again, it is the feeling which really matters. And if the person is not apologizing very frequently, that doesn't mean he is not sorry. You can also figure out from the feelings of a person if he's feeling sorry or not feeling sorry. Sometimes people cannot speak the word sorry, but they actually are sorry. But on the contrary, there are people who don't feel sorry, but keep on saying sorry all the time. So I guess it depends on what the person is feeling inside rather than what is showing outside. So this is the question that I've answered. What do you think of those people who don't apologize very often? I have answered the question in multi-dimensions. Multi-dimensions means that, see, it's a discussion round. Discussion round means your answers have to be in multi-dimensions. It has to be not only single dimension answer, whatever the person is saying, if you answer back that is not a discussion. Discussion means it has to be covering 2-3 points. If it doesn't cover 2-3 points, that is not going to be an elaborated answer. So let us start with this concept and talk to people and see how they feel about answering a particular question. So the first person that I'm inviting here is Varinder Singh. I'll request you to unmute yourself, Varinder.
Hi, good evening, sir.
Wishing you very good evening. Varinder, you were listening to my discussion answers. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Varinder, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Varinder, can you hear me properly?
Yes, sir. You are audible.
Okay.
Hello?
I guess there's some problem with this connection. So let me tell somebody else to come up. Tapaskar. Tapaskar, can you hear me? Unmute yourself, please.
Yes, sir.
You're Varinder or Tapas?
This is Tapas, sir.
Okay, okay. Yeah. So should we?
I hope the connectivity is okay. Let me try to rejoin then.
Tapas, when you listening to me when I was saying?
Your voice is audible, sir.
My voice is
Hello?
audible?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, my voice audible. Okay, okay. So, Varinder, were you listening to my answers?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, do you understand what is multidimensional answering?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to share my screen and we are going to do multidimensional answering, in which you are going to answer the question, but you are going to answer that question in 2-3 parameters. 2-3 parameters means you will be discussing about other things so that I can carry on the discussion further. Okay. So
Okay,
you are
sir.
going to be the next and your topic I'm going to show you on the screen is this. Now, the topic was an article to help people improve their health. Okay, somebody's health article. It's on a health. Have you read any article on health, Varinder?
Yes, sir.
In which magazine?
I was reading about how to stay healthier in older years in a newspaper few days ago.
So you were reading an article about that, right? So we will use
Yes,
your
sir.
knowledge to answer the question. So my first question, which is coming to you on the screen, is this. How do you think people could become healthier?
By adopting good dietary habits and doing regular workout, people
Yeah.
can have a good health. Additionally, people can also opt for a few traditional approaches like doing some meditation or performing yoga on regular basis. Also, these days, people are joining gymnasiums under the influence of various renowned personalities. it is a quite good option to stay fit and healthy.
All right. All right. My next question to you is, are there any differences between the way old people and young people try to stay healthy?
Yes, definitely. Once the person starts
Vrinder,
growing
can you hear
older.
me?
Yes, sir. Hello. Am I audible, sir?
Yeah. Vrinder, your voice is not very audible.
Let me
Yeah, you
rejoin
are
the meeting,
audible.
sir.
It's
1
breaking
minute.
in between. Okay. Try to go near the window. That will be more clearer. All right, all right. And in the meantime, I will ask somebody the same question. So I think Tapas was the one who was there. Tapas, can you unmute yourself?
Am I audible, sir?
Tapas, can you unmute? Yeah. Hi, Tapas. How are you?
I'm well, thanks for asking.
Absolutely audible. Absolutely audible. Okay. Tapas, so my question to you is, how do you think people could become healthier?
Well, the old
Tapas, you
people,
can't think that.
the old people have a traditional method ideology that if we stay and do more exercise and we eat more and we exert more amount of exercise or work out more, they tend to have this thinking that we will get better health. Well, in the younger generation, there is a tradition of keeping our own self discipline and keeping track of our each and every body type muscle and each and every habit to be disciplined and exercised. So I believe there is a difference between the younger generation and the older generation about the discipline which we adapt.
All right. My next question is, do schools in your country have any special activities to enhance the fitness of the students?
Yes, today in this 2022 for past 10 years, I have observed that the schooling system has adapted the PTA or we can say the physical activity trainings, which adapt this habit of exercising more than 30 to 40 minutes every day, so that these special activities will help the students or the future generation.
Okay, so now I'm going to ask you some questions. These were the written format questions that I was asking you. So now I'm going to ask you questions from your answers. Is it okay?
Sure thing, sir.
In the real examination, the examiner has got a framework. Framework means he has got some questions which he will ask you, but he will ask you some other questions also which come directly from your answers. So I'm going to ask you some questions which I'm going to take from your answers only. So my first question, Tapas, that comes to you is, you said that there's a lot of difference between how older people and younger people have healthy lifestyle. And you feel the discipline is the one, which is one major difference. So who, according to you, is more disciplined, the older people or the younger people?
Well, the younger generation, because due to the availability of the internet and a lot of scope of the knowledge which we could provide from the internet, we are able to adapt all the disciplinary habits from most of the research. So, on the day-to-day life, when we approach the social media, even though we see even if it is false or positive knowledge, but we gather a discipline of the required activities. So if someone approaches the social media, they can actually learn about physical activity related to their muscular like biceps. They can physical activities towards their chest or physical activity towards their leg activity. So I believe there are now segmentation of the physical activities which makes us more disciplined which allows the younger generation to be more adaptive and more disciplined, rather than the older generation who thought eating more, no matter what substance we are taking into our body, and exerting more amount of physical exercise will yield out more better health.
Okay, Tapas, can I ask you some difficult questions?
Coming in, sir? Yeah, sure,
Can
sure.
I ask
Why
you
not?
some difficult questions?
Sure thing, sir. Yeah,
Would you like to put on your camera? Would you like to put on your camera if you're comfortable? Yeah,
obviously.
that is better. That is better.
Yeah,
So you haven't given the exam till now.
I have given an exam, sir. I have completed my exam.
You completed your examination. And
Yes,
what
sir.
was the result?
I got a 7 in speaking.
I'm unable
Uh,
to understand. Your voice is breaking. Your voice is breaking.
So overall, I got a 7 in IELTS, and I got a 7 in speaking.
Oh, wonderful. That is really great. And which one was the one that you did not fare well?
Well, the writing was a bit, tad bit difficult for me because I didn't practice a lot on that one.
I kept on telling you. I kept on telling you, writing karle, writing dikhade. You never showed me one single writing also. Anyways, so Tapas, I'm going to ask you some questions which are going to be from your answers only. Keeping healthy is important. What is your opinion about mental health?
Mental health is the utmost important in this our generation, because we are surrounded with a lot of thoughts which are trying to manipulate our day-to-day activities. We have observed from our social media that we have proof on this day that the social media like Facebook or any other platforms like YouTube or any platforms like Instagram and Snapchat, they have this algorithm which actually adapts our day-to-day our day-to-day what do we say, scrolls, which we see, and the more number of time we spend on the type of videos we spend on those reels. So they have this algorithm so that they keep on fetching us this those similar type of reels. So I believe that a mental strengthening is more important to us at this time
Feel,
point.
don't you feel that whatever you are seeking is also seeking you? Like if you are seeking to look for something which you desperately want, for example, going to the gym, the
Mhm.
algorithm, Facebook and Instagram will show you only gym videos then.
Well, unfortunately, the social media is quite tricky. Well, not only they show us the gym videos, they also advertise a lot of amount of things which are not necessarily required for us in the gym. For example, use of creatine or substance abuse like steroids. They also advertise and provoke the users to use those as well.
Again, my question is the same. If a person is looking for substance abuse, he will get substance abuse. Whatever you
But
search for, it is available on the internet. So what is wrong in it?
well, first of all, the financial matter does depend. So if someone really intentionally requires to build their body, and they keep on getting ads related to steroids and enhancer injections, so they will do something erratic, which will lead them to be a crime victim.
How crime
And
victim? How? Like suppose if you are a gym enthusiast, you will get ads of the gym and you will get ads of the protein powder and all. So don't you think you're going to look into your pocket first before investing into protein? You will
uh,
invest into protein only if you want to invest, no?
if only that were true in this era. So people tend to have this thinking that they if they do something erratic and they will uh, achieve. I mean, they try to do activities which are not in the regular disciplined manner. and they try to get into those shortcuts which are not actually deemed to be good in nature.
Thank you, Tapas. Tapas, see, the level of argument is very low right now.
Yes, sir.
You understand it. You understand it. Again, I'm telling you one thing. The argument that I am doing here with you is not the level of argument of the examination. Examination is little mild. I'm pretty strict about it because I know that if I don't train you well, you will end up with a 7 score. And if I want your score to be 8 or 9, you have to be very well trained.
Yes, sir.
Because you're fumbling. You're fumbling in between and you're not getting the right answers.
Always.
That is
I
happening.
have to
But still
train
you'll get
more.
7. Don't worry. 7, I've been telling you, you'll get 7. But again, if you're looking for an 8-band score, for that, the knife has to be very sharp. Okay?
More level of training from you, sir.
Thank you so much. All the best. Take care.
Yes,
Bye.
sir.
Vrinder. Hello, Vrinder. Yeah, I'm going to ask you the next questions. Okay. So your topic is a trip by public transport. So first I'll ask you the questions which are available here, and then we will go on for discussions. Okay. Okay. So my question to you here, the first question is, do you think traffic jams would be reduced if people could travel on public transport for free? Vrinder, your voice is breaking a lot. Vrinder, your voice is breaking terribly. Sorry? Your voice is breaking very badly, Vrinder. Okay, so in that time, I'll invite Sakshi. Hello, Sakshi, how are you? Sakshi, can you hear me?
Hello, good evening, sir.
Very good evening, Sakshi. How are you?
Sir, I'm fine. What about you?
I'm very good too. Sakshi, I'm going to start with you. So are you okay with discussions?
Yes, sir.
It is going to be a difficult discussion like a grilled tapas. I'm going to grill you. Is it okay with you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. So my question to you is, do you think traffic jams would be reduced if people could use public transport for free?
No, according to me, it's not a good choice to be free transport because sometimes it got a rush in the public places. Like people are mostly think that if the something got free, so they can choose anything which they want. For example, nowadays in Punjab, the public transport for women are free, and even in Delhi. So sometimes, to some extent, it cause harm to the people and to some extent to the other public transports.
Okay, so you feel the traffic jams will not decrease if the transport is even free.
Yes, sir.
All right. My next question to you is, why do you think more and more people prefer to travel by plane?
According to me, because whenever we're in hurry and most of the time we want to go anywhere in a time, so we mostly prefer to use the plane because it is time saving, even flexible for any people, and most of the time the cost of any luxury thing is a little bit high, but still it is very comfortable for people to go from one place to another.
All right. My next question to you is, what kind of obstacles do you think some local government have to face when they develop transportation infrastructure?
Mostly government always face some problems related to the structure of anything. Like if they're planning for making a good road, they found some difficulty, like they use the bad material most of the time, which can easily digging. Like most of the time we also see that in the roads of our country mostly dig with because of the heavy vehicles, and most of the time in during the rain it was filled with the water and people get heavy damage.
That is not the question, Sakshi. Understand the question again. The question is, what kind of obstacles do you think some local governments have to face when they develop infrastructure for transportation? Which means local government को क्या problems आती हैं जब वो transportation का infrastructure बना रहे होते हैं तो?
Mostly they got a difficulty in collecting the money, firstly
Yeah, exactly.
because most of the time they are not able to get a huge amount of money because of the some issues, financial issues, and this thing can also lead to use a bad quality of product while making any public
और
local.
प्रॉब्लम नहीं आती जैसे लैंड एक्वायर करने की प्रॉब्लम आती है, दे आर अनेबल टू एक्वायर द लैंड फॉर एग्जांपल इफ
Yes,
देयर इज सम टेंपल ऑन द रोड एंड दे हैव टू रिमूव द टेंपल, दे कैन नॉट रिमूव द टेंपल, है ना?
yes, sir. Due to
Some kind of religious sentiments, they can't do it.
yes, sir.
Okay, Sakshi, now suppose I make you the transportation minister for one day and you have to remove the encroachments on the land, which means the people who've developed their shops and all, everything on the road. What will you do? How will you remove that?
I think it's not a good idea because public people are working for there for a long time, and if I choose that thing, people always be annoyed with me because of that idea. So I will give them a space, like give them another place to make their shops, and then able to remove all that things from that area.
So your solution would be to give them a space, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then
Then I will remove that shops from there because it is used for the road and other public transport. And if people get another place for their work, so they don't have any issue about all that things.
all right. So you feel that creating an alternate is better, right? Okay,
What,
let's
sir?
talk about one. Creating an alternate is better. So one
Yes,
more
sir.
thing. There are a lot of stray animals right now on the roads, like cows, goats, dogs. You know, they're just roaming around on the roads freely, and they're causing a lot of accidents. What will you do?
Yes, it is very a bad thing because most of the time I also see that most people should take their goats in the road, and mostly the buses accident is so common in that area. So I think people have to take a proper actions about all that thing. They take care of the animals as pets. Yes, if they do not take any proper action about all that thing, people have to choose, like government have to take action, like they can find him for all that
No,
issues.
no, that's not my question. That's not my question. My question is, you have been made the transportation minister for one day. There are a lot of stray animals on the road. What are you going to do with them? These two
I will
questions.
find.
Yeah.
Firstly, I will aware him to take the animals on a proper place, like in the footpath, and another thing
Aware whom?
to the
They're
people
stray
who are
animals. They're stray
yeah,
animals. They're stray dogs on
okay,
the road. What will you do with
stray
them?
animals. So it's a better thing to hire some people to take them self away from the roads, because it is not difficult for the people, but as well as for the cows and other type of animals, because they also get harmed and sometimes they got dead, which is very bad thing.
Sakshi, my question is, what will you do? Where will you take them? You said I'll take them. Where? To your own house.
Yes, I
You
don't
take them
know.
to your own house. All the stray animals, you will collect them and take them in your own house.
No, sir.
Yeah, then what will you do? That's what my question is.
Sir, I think I have to make a proper place for them so that they can arrange all the animals in the same place. Like people are making an NGO, so I have to arrange an NGO for that sheep animals.
Okay, all right. So Sakshi, you have a problem of quick thinking.
Yes, sir. I didn't understand that what you said on that last question.
I'm very clear about my question. I said you have been made a
Yes, sir.
transportation minister and you want to clear the roads. First, you
Yes,
said
sir.
I will give them place and they will all go there. Okay, that's
Yes.
fine. My second question was, there are a lot of stray animals on the roads. What will you do? You said that I will tell them not to put the stray animals on the road. Tell whom?
I,
They're stray animals. They don't have
sir, I think like you said, like most of people can take their animals in the road, and most of the time we see that all person. So I will talk about that perspective.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot. My next person here is Rajni Bhagat. Rajni Bhagat, please unmute yourself. Hello, Rajni. How
Hello,
are you?
good evening, sir. Fine, sir. You say?
Rajni, can you hear me?
Definitely, sir.
All right. Rajni, the speaking is difficult, and I think you know that, right?
Okay, sir.
All right. Are you okay with it?
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to start with the questions. My next question is, okay, in case somebody wants to participate in this discussion, go to the description, click on the link, and you will be inside the classroom. But again, before coming to the classroom, make it very sure that the speaking is difficult. My next question is, talk about a challenging thing that you did. This was the cue card. So I'm going to ask you questions based on this particular cue card. Is it okay, Rajni?
Yes, yes, sir.
First question is, What challenges do young people face today?
Well, nowadays most of problem faced by younger people, they like job opportunities is very less, because if the people are graduated as well as they do higher study in their field, but they did not get much more job opportunity, as well as population rising day by day, and it is also a fact, and competition is higher in every place, so that's our challenges occur in every people life. Most of younger face this difficulty nowadays.
All right. My next question is, how do young people handle difficult or challenging tasks?
Firstly, as I earlier mentioned, nowadays most of people face they do not have much more opportunities. They usually want to survive in other countries for the job opportunity. For example, countryside area, there are no much more job opportunities are available. They usually prefer to go in a city area for the job purpose, as well as they get good education in city area. For example, in my city, Amritsar city is a well education provides, so that's why most of other countryside area dweller in come my city for study purpose.
Okay. Which do you think is better, to face these difficulties and challenges alone or to seek the help of other people?
I think one problem is cannot solve with alone. With the group of people we can solve it, and I think with the help of government and people to aware the generation, like a new generation with the campaigns, so we can resolve this difficulty, as well as if the government provide many type of job opportunity according to their qualification, we can solve it problem, as well as if the people involved in various type of business field like handicraft business, it is also helpful for earn money. So these type of problems it will reduced when they do some efforts.
Okay. Do you think people need to be challenged?
Yes, definitely. Without challenge, people cannot do anything. So I think challenge is necessary.
So what kind of challenges have you faced in your life?
Well, I remember that I faced various difficulties in my childhood period because I didn't a good score in my exams always. So,
So you face a lot of problems, a lot of challenges of not getting the good marks.
yes,
That is the result, actually. The challenge was the exam.
yes,
So
sir.
you couldn't clear the exam because of your problem, or the teachers were not good?
Sir, it is my problem.
So what was your problem? How did you handle it?
With the proper struggle and determination.
Okay, so today you're planning to go abroad. You must have overcome all these challenges, right?
Yes, definitely, sir.
Okay, what is the biggest challenge that the people in Punjab are facing right now, especially the youth? What is the biggest challenge with them?
Nowadays, most of youth mostly involved in taking drugs because they do not aware about the consequences of taking drugs. So I think most of people used to drug in the peer pressures, because I saw various type of peoples like youngsters, they mostly involved in drug system, and because it is a they usually learn various things with the help of music. They listen various type of music in daily basis. It also
Drug and music connected to each other.
because in the music there are various type of ads and advertisement shows in a visualized way.
So you mean to say in the music they're telling you to take drugs? The ads are telling you to
No,
take drugs?
no, sir. I want to say they usually influenced about the music, when
No,
they
no,
see
my
various
topic is
type
not
of.
this. My question is not this. My question is that you are saying that music and drugs are connected to each other. I'm asking you how.
Sir, nowadays most of singers sir ਉਹ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਬੜਾਵਾ ਦਿੰਦੇ ਪਏ
Tell me in English. I don't understand your Hindi or Punjabi, anything. Tell me in English.
Sir, nowadays most of singers show various type of drugs in their songs, so that's why most of youngsters influenced about the celebrities or actors or singers, so
So
that's
that-
why they just want to do same thing.
Okay, so they get influenced by those people.
Yes.
All right. Thank you so much, Rajni. All
Thank you,
right.
sir.
All right. My next person is Jeetu. Jeetu Arora. Hi, Jeetu.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm good, Jeetu. How are you?
I'm good, sir.
Okay. Jeetu, I'm going to ask you questions, but again, I'm telling you the questions are not going to be simple. Is it okay?
I'm aware, sir.
You are aware of it. All right. So your topic is a person who taught you something was the cue card, and the
Okay.
discussion is based on this particular cue card only. My first question to you is, in what ways can we encourage others to accept new ideas and things?
In what ways can we encourage others to accept new? Well, in my opinion, we can motivate the other person to accept new ideas and to do new activities in his or her life. Moreover, we can also try to influence them by showing them the achievers. Uh, by showing them the person who have achieved something in this field, and that was ways in which we can encourage other people uh, to do something interesting and new in his or her life.
Okay. Can you suggest how we can make our children more interesting in learning?
Well, in my opinion, learning should be very interactive, and teachers should try new ways to teach the children, and parents should also be kind and humble with their children, so that children can learn better in their life.
Okay. Who would you say is more important to education of a child, parents or teachers?
Well, in my opinion, both parents and teachers play an important role in children's life. Uh, wh- uh, parents parents teach their children the moral values and financial values, while the teachers but while the teacher shows while the teacher teaches the educational sorry sir, but you said
Okay. All right. So now let us put our car in fifth gear. Should we start?
okay. Yes, sir.
Do you want to put on your video? You can put on your video.
Okay,
If you're
sir.
comfortable putting on your video, it's fine.
Okay, sir.
All right. Sit straight and now answer the questions.
Okay, sir.
Jeetu. Jeetu, you said that we can teach people.
Yes, sir.
Is there somebody who's taught you something?
Who taught me something?
Anybody who taught you something?
Okay. Well, when I was pursuing my senior secondary education, I vividly remember it was a time of summer holidays, and I was getting quite bored. So I just started scrolling through the internet on my mobile phone, and suddenly an advertisement popped up in front of me. The advertisement was about how to edit a video in Adobe Premiere Pro. I was very keen in video. I was very keen to learn about video editing. So I enrolled myself in that particular course, and I learned a lot of things from that influencer who taught many types of video editing to me.
Okay. So how do you know that the person was right?
Person was right.
Yeah.
Well, sir, in my opinion, in video editing,
Yeah.
a person is not right or wrong.
Yeah.
It's the skill I learned from him.
Okay. So you learned the right skill from him.
Yes, sir.
So
I'm definitely sure.
I'm teaching you English. Okay.
Okay.
There's no right or wrong English, but there's a possibility that I'm teaching you wrong English.
Wrong English means grammar or something?
Maybe wrong rules of grammar, maybe wrong way to speak, maybe wrong way to add vocabulary. There can be 1,000 wrong things which I can do with you. How will you come to know I'm a good teacher or a bad teacher?
But sir, in video editing, it's a complete different.
No, that question is over. My next question is, how do you come to know if the teacher is a good teacher or a bad teacher?
Well, I don't completely depend on the teacher. I always do my homework and I search a lot on the internet too. So when whatever I learned from the school or from my teacher, I explore it on the internet too, and I got a lot of knowledge from the internet as well.
So you do not trust the teachers
So,
fully.
so eventually, I came to know how. Eventually, I come to know the person is teaching me right or wrong.
So you don't trust the teacher.
Uh, I trust my teachers, and I haven't experienced any case in my life where when my teacher taught me something wrong. I admire my teachers a lot.
But you just said that you always verify the information what the teacher is teaching
It's
you.
it's my
That
means
means you do
my
not trust the teacher fully.
satisfaction. Because if I sorry, please, if I search it on Google or on the internet, I get a lot of extra information from the internet, and that's very beneficial for me.
All right. Jitu,
Yes.
now suppose you go to a doctor and the doctor
Okay.
gives you some medicine. So will you
Okay.
trust the doctor or not?
Doctor is new to me. New to me, or
I guess
could you please explain the
yeah.
question or elaborate the question?
No, if you go to a doctor,
New doctor, or
I'm saying if
am
you
I
go to a
familiar with him?
doctor and the doctor,
Okay.
any kind of a doctor, and you go to the doctor and the doctor gives you some medicine and you come back.
Okay.
So will
Okay.
you trust the doctor or not trust the doctor?
Well, what I generally do is I search about a doctor on the internet and I search for reviews. I often took reviews from my relatives or my friends so that I can know about the doctor who is new to me.
So you don't trust the doctor also.
If he or she is new to me,
You don't
because
trust.
there are no doctors in the market.
There are 1,000. Same is the case with the teachers also. There are so many fake teachers in the market too. So that is
Yes.
what my question is.
Okay. Sir,
Again,
what I'm
coming back
saying
to
is,
graphic designing. How do you know that you learned in graphic designing was the right thing or not? There might be some other thing which is better than that thing.
because I'm a freelancer and I tried it with me. I learned a lot of stuff from there, and I built something new, built new things with my own, and these things are tried and tested with.
So maybe if you found somebody better than that person or that website, you might have learned something more better, something better than what you learned. Actually.
Definitely, sir. I'm not discussing that opinion.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So how do you find out what is a good teacher, good doctor? How do you figure it out? Just by reviews, or something else also comes to your mind?
To be honest, I only do this practice.
Reviews.
Yes, or
The reviews
taking
might
some
be
advice
fake.
from my parents, friends, or relatives.
Yeah, okay. So you do your background work before finding out anything.
If only if a doctor is new to me or a teacher is new to me.
Otherwise, you trust the person.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Itu. All the best.
Sir, can you please give me a rating in which level I stand?
Well, your level is pretty okay. You should be getting 6.5 or maybe 7. Maybe 7. You make some grammatical mistakes when you talk.
Yes, sir.
That is one of the errors that you have. That is the reason I'm giving you 6.5. Your confidence level is excellent, superb.
Sir, what about accent?
Accent doesn't matter. So it just doesn't matter.
There are some people who are complaining me that I try to copy the accent of British people, but in actual, I'm not. Hollywood movies has a lot of impact on me.
No. Don't worry. You don't have any accent. You have a normal Indian accent. Don't worry about it.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. All the best. Thank you. My next person is Varinder. I hope, Varinder, your connection is okay now.
Hello.
Hi, Varinder. Is your connection okay?
Yes, sir.
All right. Should we start with you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Varinder, it's going to be an argumentative kind of a discussion. Is it okay with you?
Yes, sir.
All right. So my next topic is prevented by weather. Like you had to do something, but you were prevented by weather not to do it. So my first question which comes to the screen is, do the people in your country enjoy talking about the weather as a small chat when they meet with each other, or they don't talk about weather?
Yes, definitely. People like to talk a lot about different subjects, and weather is one of those. People like to talk about what they should wear in current weather, what they should eat or avoid. I think most of the people in my country are quite free especially in the evening time. So they like to spend time in the company of their neighbors, relatives, or friends on social networking sites or in person. They found it quite interesting by talking about different subjects.
My question is weather, not different subjects. Do not change the topic. It is just the weather. It's just the weather.
Okay, can I answer again?
Let's answer it again.
In my country, people are quite fond of talking about weather conditions, like what they have to eat, what they have to wear, and what things they have to avoid. They found this subject quite fascinating, as there are primarily 4 weathers in the country and keep on changing after every 3 months. People consider this subject as a good topic for communicating with each other in their neighborhood or with their friends or family members. So yes, they talk a lot.
My next question is, what types of weather do people in your country prefer? Hot or cold weather?
Well, liking some specific weather is totally dependent upon individual's own choice. But according to my opinion, people like to enjoy cold weather the most because it is that time of the year when they can enjoy some fashionable clothes and eat some delicious cuisines. On the other side, in hot weather during the summer, which are quite hot and dry, especially in the northern part of the country, people like to avoid going in the sun. They like to avoid arranged parties or other special gatherings. So cold weather has a preference over the hot weather.
Right. Next question is, what kind of people are care the most about the weather?
Since children and older people are more susceptible to catching various diseases in changing weathers, so they care most about these things. Parents like to protect their kids from scorching heat or dry conditions so that they do not get trapped by diseases like nausea, cough, and fever. On the other side, older people have less immunity as compared to youngsters, so they care a lot about their health. In order to do so, they wear warm clothes and consume those items which are beneficial at that period of time.
All right. My next question is, do you think weather forecasts are accurate?
Well, it is considered that weather forecasts are quite accurate. But yes, there are few discrepancies which are quite commonly seen in the data. There are numerous occasions that when a weather forecasting organization predicted that there would be rain or a hot day tomorrow, but the entire thing becomes totally different. We cannot totally rely on these things. But yes, if we are planning to go on some distant location, then we definitely check these things in order to avoid some problems.
Wonderful. So now let us talk about human evolution and the weather. As and when the humans are evolving more and more, do you think we are spoiling our weather and the planet?
Yes, definitely. Under the influence of inventions and heavy modernization, we are creating more problems, not only for ourselves, but for our environment also. We are injecting more carbon dioxide in the environment, which has very drastic effects in today's time period. We are destroying our natural vegetation, and our total ecological balance is totally disturbed by those activities.
Do you think we should be finding some other planet to go to and live there? Because once the weather will become very bad, we won't be able to stay on Earth.
According to my opinion, instead of spending billions for the migration to another planet, we should try to make steps to make life more habitable on this planet. Because if we started thinking about settling the things right from the scratch on some other distant object, then it will take a lot of amount of energy and time. And considering the today's science and technology, it is not showing any feasibility in the upcoming 1,000 years.
So what do you think should be done with the population? We have touched 8 billion people on Earth. What should be done with population? There's so much of population, it's impossible to sustain them on this planet.
Almost all the countries are facing this problem of a huge population burst in the last few decades. The government should take necessary steps by limiting the number of kids for individuals in their own countries.
Wow.
Also, people should be aware about that having a lot of kids will have a lot of burden, not a financial burden, not only on themselves, but also on the country. Recently, few years ago, China implemented a policy of single child, and it is quite successful as their population growth is becoming stable from the last 2 to 3 years. So steps like that should be implemented.
Do you think that's a human step to implement? Isn't that inhuman?
Please repeat the question, sir.
I'm saying, don't you think that step is inhuman by curtailing the population in such a manner?
I don't think that this step is inhuman because they are allowing to have at least one kid, which can support them, which can support his or her parents during the older years. We should also understand this thing that resources are limited on this planet, and we cannot deny this fact that these are depleting at a very rapid pace. So if we started thinking like the older generation people that having more kids will have more benefits in the future, then there is no fun of having education.
What is the right number of children that the person should have today?
Well, this topic is totally dependent upon individual's own choice. But as per my thinking, 2 is the sufficient number that people can have kids. Mostly people, especially in a country like India, where people like to have a boy child, so they can fulfill their wish also by having 2 kids.
Okay. My next question is, suppose I make you head of the country for a day and you have to control the population. What measures are you going to take immediately?
Firstly, I will enforce the law on the immediate basis that from today onwards, there will be no rule of having more than 2 kids. Secondly, I will make some plans to control the population, like making people aware about the effects of rising population on the resources of the country and of our planet. Thirdly, I will take strict action against those individuals who will break the law.
Who will break the law? And what kind of
Yes.
action are you going to take against them?
Well, hard steps are quite necessary in order to implement such kind of policy. So strict imprisonment will be enforced.
But the China had 1-child policy. You are saying 2-child policy. That the problem will not decrease. The problem will remain stable with 2-child policy.
The problem still remains the same, but it also reduces the burden from the natural resources, which were decreasing at a rapid pace.
How?
If we compare China's population with India's, now India has almost a similar population with that of China, but India is still under the category of underdeveloping nation. So a lot of people can be commonly seen finding are not being able to find a right employment opportunity. They are struggling a lot, facing a lot of issues like drug addiction, stress, and so on. So these steps needs to be implemented. In the early years, it will be difficult for the people to adjust to new changes, but slowly and gradually, they will be adaptable to them.
Thank you so much, Varinder. It was very well done, pretty impressive. You did not fumble at all. I'm so surprised.
I'm
so surprised, actually, because it is the first time that you haven't fumbled at all and you've elaborated the answers very well. You can rewind this video and you can see it for yourself that you spoke really well in this, especially the last round. The first round I was not very impressed with, when I was reading the question and you were answering the answer and you were answering. But in the next round, when I was just doing extempore questions, that went very well. Okay. From Monday onwards, we'll be having our session. Thank you, Varinder. I'll come back to you. From Monday onwards, we'll be having our workshop on reading. So do not miss that workshop. For the next full week, we'll be just doing reading. So let me answer some questions what people have here. We have Rav Sandhu. He says, good evening, sir. Very good evening, Rav Sandhu. And Sohit is also saying good evening. Sohit is also asking me one question. Can I write whilst in writing task 1? Of course, you can write whilst. Whilst is a very common word. You can use that. And Vanshika Malhotra and Vikramjit Vikram. Very good evening to both of you. And so with this, we come to the end of our session, live session. It went very well. All the people in the Zoom room, please wait. I need to talk to you. And rest of the people, wishing you very good night.